up in the morning cause life's a dream. First thing I need is my Dermanine. First thing I need is my Dermanine. Okay. Can't leave the house without my little treat. Dance a little jig before I hit the streets. Throw on my fit and I cannot lose. Saffron oil and I feel brand new. Saffron oil and I feel brand new. Conquer the world cause I'm beautiful. I do no wrong cause I'm beautiful. And life is a song cause it's beautiful. And I'm dancing along cause I'm beautiful, yeah. The Maniche is the best in nature.
Hello and welcome to the 9th Annual Mosaic International South Asian Film Festival, Misaff, presented by the Canadian Community Arts Initiative, CCAI. My name is Arshad Khan and I'm the festival director. This year, the Misaff Film Festival is taking place online from the 1st to the 5th of December, as well as one in-person screening on the 2nd of December, which is the world premiere of the Canadian film Donkey Head, directed by Agam Darshi. We hope to catch you on the red carpet in Toronto at the Diff Bell Lightbox. I'd like to also begin by thanking our sponsors, obviously, Canadian Heritage, the Canada Council for the Arts, the Province of Ontario, the City of Mississauga, the Culture Division of Mississauga, Telefilm Canada, the Ontario Arts Council, ACTRA Toronto and ACTRA Diversity Toronto, Karai Boys Restaurant, and the Toronto International Film Festival. I am really, really delighted and very excited today to introduce you to the director of Sand and Snow. Gerard, welcome.
Great to be with you again, Arshad. Good to see you.
It's so nice to see you. I saw your film because I was on the jury of the Sphere South Asian Film Festival where your film world premiered, and I was blown away by your film and by your actor and their performances and the script and your incredible, your incredible ease with which you told the story and your craft. So congratulations on your first film. Please tell us, how did it come about?
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the kind words, and thank you for all your support for the film too. Yeah, it's been a very long journey, start to finish. It was a 15-year process of writing the script. I self-financed the project, so I raised all the money myself over a decade, which is a very long wait. And then we actually filmed the movie 4 years ago. And it took a while in post to finish. The pandemic didn't help things, but it was a big passion project of mine since 2006. So it hopefully was worth the wait. But yeah, it was something that had a very long gestation process.
This is a black and white film. It's a very moody film. It's very I thought it was very much inspired by X-Files, and it's got a little element of mystery. And it's about these two brothers. So it's got this Cain and Abel thing going on as well. Tell us about the writing process for your film. And did you always plan to have it shot black and white?
The writing process was a long one. So that 10 years that I spent fundraising and raising the money myself, I was also working on the script. And so it was always about these two identical twin brothers who were very ideologically opposed and philosophically opposed. And because of that, black and white just felt like such a natural aesthetic to really reinforce those themes and visually pull the audience into their tension and their dynamic. So yeah, from the outset, I always conceived of the project as black and white. And really it's a very personal story in the sense of at its heart, it's a family drama. And it's this story about these two brothers who don't see eye to eye, but through the series of events that takes place in the film, they end up having to kind of reckon with their past and really see each other in ways that they've never seen themselves before. And so that was what really sustained me over the very long gestation process, was wanting to bring that story to life and really do it justice.
Well, you're a person of Pakistani heritage, very proud Pakistani heritage. And
Absolutely.
I love how you showed, without even having to go back there, you kind of set the film in Pakistan. Very cleverly done, very smart. I'm sure many people including me, are going to learn from that. And also, I think that, these binaries that you work with are so interesting, because here we are, South Asians, we understand the India-Pakistan conflict. We understand the Bangladesh-Pakistan, issue. And we're all basically brothers, we're all a brotherhood, and we're the same people. And so I always extrapolate more meaning out of things, and I like the metaphors, and I like to bring meanings to them. I mean, Deepa Mehta made the film Midnight Children based on Salman Rushdie's novel, and that's also about like these two babies, that are switched at birth, for example. Now, I want to talk about more philosophically, what was it that you were trying to say with your film?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I think primarily, I think I wanted to use, I was trying to explore the idea of identity, because these brothers end up kind of, without spoiling too much, they end up, over the course of the story, they end up swapping spots and kind of having to live in the other one's shoes. And I've only kind of recently discovered how core the idea of empathy is to my life. And I thought that if I could tell a story where we go from characters who are sympathetic, who can only see and understand other people in terms of themselves, to empathetic characters who have to actually live in the other one's shoes, and therefore gain a greater understanding of who they are and who other people are, and identify with that and have compassion for it. I thought if there was a way to do that through film, that would be a really exciting prospect. And so that was philosophically, I think, at the heart of what I was trying to do, was trying to show a sympathetic character turn into an empathetic character through the dramatic vehicle of this very tension-filled and dramatic story, where they actually literally have to switch stations in life.
The film is made very cleverly, beautiful cinematography and incredible performances by your actor. And tell me about the casting process and how you got this incredible actor to be in your film, Umar. And what did it take, and how did he feel about the film?
Yeah, I was so lucky to find Omar. You mentioned the cinematography, so I do have to give so much credit to my DP Andy Jarek, who just did such a wonderful job, especially in black and white. But with Omar, it was a funny thing where a couple of years before we even started filming, I saw him pop up on a TV show that's pretty popular called Better Call Saul, and immediately when he showed up on my screen, something just flicked off in my head where I said, "That's him. That's my lead." And I kind of filed it in the back of my head. I didn't know him. I didn't know how to contact him. And then once I teamed up with Emily Schweber, who was our incredible casting director, we reached out to him. He recorded a self-tape, and it was a very big ask. It was a demanding role. It's somebody having to play two identical twin brothers and keeping that all in their head, and giving definition and identity to each character, but not in a cartoonish, cliched way, but also in a really dramatic and profound way that it honored each character's pathos and wants and needs. And his tape was just fantastic. He recorded both roles, and then he edited them together to make it seamless, and it all worked. And it was so gratifying and validating to see that this instinct that I had was paying off. And so we offered him the role, and he thankfully agreed. And that just began like a really wonderful, fruitful collaboration with someone who was so open to communication, and we shared so many ideas and notes. And he was really enmeshed in the whole process. I mean, every day we would drive to set together because I was his ride, so we spent a lot of time together talking about the film and other things. And then every evening on the ride home, we would talk about the next day. We would work on the script together over weekends and dinners. I mean, he was very, very fully invested, and it was just a joy to have such an invested partner who really wanted the film and his performance to be the best it could. And I don't want to speak too much for Omar, but I'm sure he would say it was a very demanding and difficult process, but hopefully very rewarding. He had to, watching him work on set was amazing, because he had to keep in mind what his opposite performance would be, and then play to that, even though it wasn't happening. We had a wonderful stand-in who acted opposite him for the camera, but Omar himself was the only one who knew what the opposite performance would be, and had to anticipate that, but then still stay in the moment. So it was quite a magic trick. I'm sure, as you know, like sometimes you're making a movie and the magic is literally happening in front of you, and that's such a rewarding experience. And every day was full of that.
Well, I think it's very fortunate if a director gets actors who are so enthusiastic and really want the role and really work hard to get a role. And I think you, as a director, it's kudos to you that you know how to cast. You know, it's all about the casting,
Thank
um,
you.
isn't it? And so,
Yes.
you know, it's also serendipity. It's also, you know, the actor's motivation, and it's a very complex, difficult role to play. When our viewers watch the film, they'll understand how much effort went into creating this. Now, tell me a little bit also about the production design. How did you? Because it's very interesting, you know, to have black and white, you know, stand out this way. And did a lot of thought go into what everyone's wearing? And also, I also want to talk about the rest of the cast.
Yeah. No, absolutely. In terms of production design and costume design, a lot of thought was put into that, especially because over the course of the film, because the characters swap lives and the people in their lives have to buy the fact that they are the opposite person. Wardrobe was actually hugely critical to that, because the characters had to end up dressing and looking the way that the other brother would. And so the way that our costume designer, Joanna David, was able to weave that into the course of the film and have things naturally occur so that they ended up by no effort of their own looking like each other was again another one of those magic tricks that I was really floored by. And then the production design was just so huge because even though the whole story takes place in Karachi, we filmed it in Los Angeles, and then I did go to Karachi for a few days to shoot B-roll and background plates and stuff like that because I did all the visual effects myself. So that was, but everything had to feel and look as if it could take place there to begin with. You know, we couldn't invent that. So the production designer, Megan Elizabeth Bell, did just such a great job trying to find places and help me create that environment that, one, either in camera looked already like it could be in Pakistan, and then two, helped me capture stuff where I knew later on I could insert background plates and things like that to help fill out the world. So I couldn't have pulled any of that stuff off without having such talented collaborators. So very, very lucky in that respect.
And how about the editing job and the sound design? Can you address that a little bit, because it's quite incredible and remarkable.
Thank you so much. You're very, very kind. Yeah, I was very, very lucky. I have a dear friend, Mariana Flores, who I've known for many years. We've never been able to work together, but I always wanted to. And thankfully, the stars aligned on this project, and she agreed to edit the film. And I'm just so thrilled with the work she did, especially with a lot of the scenes towards the end of the film that are very, very. They're as many times as I've seen the film, I still find them very affecting and very profound and very exciting. And the fact that she was able to do that, and especially again with a very technically demanding edit job where you're having to combine performances from different takes at different times and make it all feel seamless. I mean, she's just a rock star. She did an incredible job. I'm so lucky to have worked with her. Sound design. Yes, we worked with a really, really talented guy named Michael Holcomb, who was, from the beginning, he understood what I was trying to do visually with the film, with the look, and he said we need a soundscape to match. We need something very clean, very pristine, very minimal, but very powerful. And of course, again, to sell the illusion of the story taking place in Pakistan, even though we filmed it in America, the sound played a huge role in that too. The soundscape and the ambient noises and making everything feel like it was set in that part of the world. You know, sound is very underrated in how much it helps sell the illusion. It's as important, if not sometimes more important, than the visuals. So very lucky to have worked with somebody who was able to pull that off so elegantly.
That's absolutely correct. And so where's the film headed next?
Well, it's been in a couple festivals so far. So, it was part of Thespier, and they awarded us Best New Director for that, which was very exciting. And it was also in the Chicago South Asian Film Festival.
That's well deserved. That's well deserved.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a thrill to have them award that to our film. So it was very exciting, and it won Best Picture at the Chicago South Asian Film Festival. So that was also very exciting. And yeah, we're still submitting to festivals and hoping that it continues this really great momentum and has a really strong 2022. Hopefully as strong as as the 2021 has been. So hopefully more people will get a chance to see it going forward. But right now, I really hope that people tune into Mosaic and get to see it there, because we're so thrilled that welcome the film with open arms and are giving it a bigger platform, and especially to your Canadian audiences, like who I think and hope, because there's such a big South Asian community in Canada, hopefully they'll be able to really enjoy the film and access it in a way that that they enjoy.
Absolutely. We are so delighted. We're so grateful that you entrusted us with your film. And also, I have to tell you that this film, this film resonates with many people. And I'm sure our audiences are also going to feel very, very moved by it, because it's a relationship story between two brothers, but also between them and their mother. And also it's about, so many things, from migration to sense of belonging to sense of place. And to finally, like, not just family politics, but also about greed, about so many, it touches on so many things and such a complex story. I really wish you the best of luck, and I really hope that one day we have you walk our red carpet and join us at Misaff when things are better in this world. But thank you so much, Gerard, for entrusting us with your film.
Thank you so much, Arshad.
Any few last words for our audiences, or anything you'd like to say?
Mostly just thank you to you for creating this festival. I know you run it on top of being a filmmaker, which blows my mind. I don't know how you find time to do all of it. But thank you for just giving a platform to voices like mine and helping films like mine get out into the world. It means everything to people like me.
Oh, you're very kind. Thank you to our filmmakers and our sponsors. The festival runs online from the 1st to 5th of December across Canada. Please join us and spread the word on your social media using the hashtag Misaff21 and the handle @Mosaic_Misaff. Thank you for supporting independent cinema and voices like the film that Gerard has made, Sand and Snow. It's incredible, available from the 1st to the 5th of December, only online across Canada. We wish you the very, very, very best of luck, our friend, and see you at the movies.